Ah, yes, I remember the Kung Fu Strike of 1851. I don't know where to go with that joke, but this game is called Kung Fu Strike: The Warrior's Rise. This recently came out on the digital distribution platform that we know and love as Steam, and it is basically a beat-em-up, kind of like an arcade-style 3D beat-em-up. I've only played about a half hour of this so far, as you can see here, but we're gonna get started. There's some weird things I want to talk about with this game before we get into it too much. For one, the interface here looks fucking exactly the same as Roller Coaster Rampage, and that blows my mind. I'm not sure if this is like from the same guys. I'm pretty sure it's not. But maybe this is like a set menu style in the SDK or something. I don't know. What was I going to say? The other thing is, if this game looks fucking hideous and like scrunched up in the middle with the letterboxing on the top as well, I don't know what to tell you. I think it looks fucking stupid, at least like this right now. But if I go to the settings here, help and options, there's no options for me to change like the resolution that the game runs in, or whether I want to run it in full screen or windowed mode or like borderless window. So right now, I'm just running it natively. It looks like it's maybe 1280 by 720p stretched to full screen on my 23-inch monitor, which is not necessarily the best way to do things. But anyway, let's get started here. So those are just some weird things that I wanted to point out right off the bat. Let's go with an early level here. Maybe we'll go to the break room. As you can see, I am playing as a bearded version of Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. Let me see if I can buy anything before we get started here. Increase maximum health by 100 points. Sure, why not? We'll buy this. I've never had it. I guess I could increase my maximum chi as well. We'll talk about what all that stuff does as well. Deflect attacks in midair. That sounds pretty good. Is there anything else that we would want here? I don't think so. Cool. So that was just basically us buying stuff. Can I change my equipment? I could equip an Herb of Life. Let's do that. This brings us back to life if we die. And that has happened pretty frequently because I have been dying fairly constantly in this game. Surprisingly difficult for a beat 'em up like this. I'm only about a half hour in, so I might still be on the tutorial level, still, like learning the game. But let's talk about how things work. So I am playing as this ponytailed man over here. The combat system in the game is very, very simple. Oh, there we go, broke him. So you have two buttons for attacking. One of them is A, and one of them is X. So I'm just holding X right here. Let's collect that currency. So X does like this attack, and you can charge it up and do some extra stuff with it. And A is a jumping attack. And beyond that, all we have is the ability to dodge and roll, as you will see. There's my evade, or I guess you wouldn't call it a dodge necessarily, but it's a block of some sort. But otherwise, I'm getting this like 60-hit combo by just holding down the X button. And mind you, things get a little bit harder as you move along here. But a lot of the combat in this game, at least to me so far, has felt like, it's felt like borderline QuickTime events. Where I just like hold X and then eventually it's like, okay, now switch to A. Now switch back to X. Now hold X and A to do a chi move, which is what I'm going to do right now. Well, that didn't work at all. So we're just going to break him down here. And then we should have like some actual more people, I think, to fight instead of, because normally you're not just fighting one dude unless it's a boss fight. You're fighting like hordes of dudes. I think, anyway. Unless maybe, oh yeah, here we go. So this is more of a standard beat 'em up style. One thing I really want to say like positively about the game is that the combat does feel satisfying in spite of the fact that it's really simple. I mean, that's a beat 'em up hallmark, right? Like simple combat but enjoyable all the same. I thought I killed that one guy. I guess not. If you think back to like, Double Dragon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, especially Turtles in Time and stuff like that, like those games did not have incredibly complex fighting systems. However, I mean, those games did come out like 25 years ago as well. I guess we're done with this level. What did I get for a score there? C. Well, that's better than the D I usually get. But in spite of that, I'm not having a very good time with this game so far as we move forward a room here to another room where I've beaten. And I think the reason for that is that, I mean, there is a story, but it doesn't seem that, like, substantial. And beyond that, the environments are boring. Like, every single room, or every single level, is just like one room or one arena. And you just keep going until you eventually kill all the enemies that spawn in the arena, and then you move on to the next arena. So it's not like part of the fun in other beat-em-ups was like these crazy stages that you can get and the progression that happens in those crazy stages as you move along. Whereas in this, I mean, you're just sitting in, oh my god, stop beating me with burlap reeds! Burlap reeds? I think I was thinking of like beating me with reeds in a burlap sack or something. That's what happened to me back when I was in Nam. Okay, so we just gotta block all these shots. I'm using B to deflect. So there is kind of like a cool, I wouldn't necessarily call it strategy, but it's not like you're blocking now and then. Like you're having to block and intersperse your combat with that constantly, which is kind of neat. And it forces you to stay on your toes at all times, not just actually mash buttons. But the combat in this game is actually okay, I think. I'm about to die also. Though we killed that one guy, so that's okay. I don't think the combat is good, but I think the combat is alright, and it's reasonably satisfying in spite of its simplicity. But the fact that there's like no different environments is like unbelievably disappointing. I can't remember what these guys do, but I think I might hate them. So it turns what could have been a cool game, like a game, let's talk about like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time or something like that. In those games, you're like going into a stage and you're moving forwards, which is repetitive, but what changes things up is the environments and the enemies that you're facing, right? Whereas here, I mean, there are different enemy types, but a lot of them seem like palette swaps. Maybe that's not necessarily fair. Maybe I haven't seen enough enemies to make that claim. But that's my impression so far, and like I said, these are first impressions videos, not reviews for a reason. So let's get this guy out of the way, try to do a chi move on our boss here. Those are just more powerful attacks. Oh god, there's like 3 burlap sack men. I don't know why they're called burlap sack men now, instead of just reed men, but oh well. Get out of there, get out of there. And out there's probably somebody who's like really, really good at this game already, who's like, man, you're doing it all wrong, you gotta use your roll instead of your deflect. That's alright. I do have some chi moves here. Like I said, fairly early on in the game still, but it's one of those things where, you know, if you're not really feeling a beat 'em up at the start, the principal knock against beat 'em ups is usually that they are super repetitive. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this game if I chose to spend like 3 or 4 hours with it. The other thing is, I don't know how long this game is, but in the half hour that I've played so far, I have already unlocked 25% of the achievements in the game. So I don't know how many levels are actually in the game, but it feels like maybe there's not a lot, or I've just been like the most amazing Kung Fu Strike player of all time. So let's move on to a level that I haven't done yet. Dragon Kick. I mean, it kind of looks, and I hesitate to say this, but it kind of looks like there's only room for like 4 scrolls of levels here, which would make 16 levels in the total game, which is not a lot, especially when each level can be beat in like 3 or 4 minutes. It's a weird, I have weird impressions of this game so far. It's $8 right now, $10 normally. I don't feel that most people will get their time out of this game. There is a multiplayer mode, which, you know, might salvage it. I haven't had an opportunity to try the multiplayer mode myself. I'm not sure if it's online multiplayer or just local co-op. I'll check that out before we leave here. So let's stop raping that dude's dead body. Do a chi attack here, which will hopefully murder this dude, or at least do some damage. We'll do another chi attack here. So those things that we're picking up on the level are giving us those, are filling up our chi meter, which we can use to do attacks. There's a combo system in the game. I haven't found it to be that important yet. Maybe if you wanted to get like A or S ranks moving forward, but that's not really something that necessarily appeals to me. As you can see, I'm barely even blocking, really. Just holding down the X button, and when it tells me to hit the A button, hitting the A button. But in its own weird way, it's still kind of satisfying, I have to admit. Kind of begrudgingly. So let's see how this thing goes here. I think I might have fought this guy before. I can't remember. It seems familiar. Let's try some chi attacks, see if that'll do the job. Usually, you know, every boss has one thing that works particularly well. Oftentimes, that thing is holding down the X button and then hitting the A button when the game tells you to. So the way that sometimes enemies or bosses will be invulnerable for a while, the way that you usually get over this invulnerability is by, you know, doing a deflection or something, and then they'll bounce back and you can start going on the offensive. So the combat system is kind of okay. It's very shallow, and I certainly don't feel like... Wow, that was kind of cool. I have no idea how I did that, but that was awesome. I certainly don't feel that most people will get nearly $8 worth of entertainment out of this. I mean, $8 it's a thing I hesitate to say, because $8 means different things to different people. However, wow, that was actually really good. I didn't expect that. Oh god, I've had this happen before where like they do special attacks and keep me perpetually trapped in the corner. Oh lord, this might not go so well. If I can just kill the boss, we'll be fine. I need some more chi. Oh man, I think I broke that guy's fucking face open. This is not good. But luckily I do have that Herb of Life. Seriously, like, this is kind of difficult here. At least it feels kind of difficult to me. Let's make sure we get one of them killed here. I've rolled out of the way of that. Okay, well, we do have a chi attack. Let's try to use that on the boss, because obviously, if we kill the boss... Oh, no, I'm just going to go to the other side of the map, I guess. We do have, like, slightly regenerating health. Like, what am I supposed to do there? If only they could kill each other, that would be cool. But I don't think they can. I'm going to die very, very soon. Try to get a chi attack in here. There we go. That did a lot of damage to the boss. And if we just wait, roll around a little bit, we can get some regenerated health. There we go. Now we're out of the danger zone a little bit, and we can do another chi attack. Guess I can just roll perpetually. Oh, it caught up with me. Let's see if we can maybe get another chi attack in here. It's the way that I've done a lot of damage in this game so far. How does he do that? It's okay. We're going to have regenerating health again in a second. Our chi meter is built back up. Oh, did he just spawn more enemies? What a dick. I think we killed that one. Now let's kill this one and maybe we can focus on the boss again. Alright, he's dead. Alright, boss man. It's your time to summon more enemies. What a dick. Well, he'll be dead in a second anyway. I might be dead in a second as well, but he will be dead fairly shortly. Oh god. I have the Herb of Life, which will bring me back to life if we die here. This is surprisingly difficult. Or surprisingly long anyway. I think I'm basically going for a D rank here. Oh my god, I hate that your chi attacks are interruptible. So that's Herb of Life. It just took me back to like 10%, probably like a quarter of my overall health, which is okay. When there's multiple enemies, I oftentimes struggle to get anything done with them. But if I just land one more chi attack, please don't be too far away. Okay, well, I'll break both of these fools open. Pick this up, which is extra health. I'm not sure what this is, like a steamed dumpling or something, a mushroom cap, who knows. Hey, asshole. Stop being such a dick, you dick. I got him pretty good there. Not with my attacks did borderline nothing, but I burned him pretty bad. Alright, very nearly dead. I do have a chi attack. Now's the time. Oh my god, I hate that it doesn't lock on automatically. That is incredibly frustrating. So I'll just wait around as long as I can. That hurts. Chi is almost back. I feel like that's my only chance. I know I'm like spamming those moves, but... Here we go. This is it. I'm so close to him. And he didn't die. Okay, well that's risky. There we go. We killed the boss. Now we just have to worry about these assholes. Who could still, you know, in all likelihood kill me. But I think this chi attack might do them in. Well, we at least got one there. Let's deflect that one, and this guy will die. So this level, I think, has been pretty representative of the Kung Fu Strike experience for me so far. Lots of, what was that, 5:30 on the level. So maybe the levels are like 4 to 5 minutes long the first time you play through them. You get crowns for beating the levels, and you can use these crowns to buy moves and power-ups, many of which I have not unlocked, apparently. And I've purchased, like most of the rest of them. We can purchase new equipment as well. I guess we have to buy a new Herb of Life, because I destroyed my last one. There's no more other equipment for me to buy, which is super weird. So before we'll do one more level, of course, because this has been, what, like 10 minutes so far? Let's check out the multiplayer. Co-op campaign, or player versus player. I still don't know if this is local only. Let's do PvP. Confirm. Mode is locked until you complete campaign once. That's shitty. Yeah, this does not seem to be online multiplayer. This seems to be local only. So let's skip. Yep, this has got to be local only. So, I mean, this should be good. I've only got one controller. And apparently the camera is following the other dude. But I'm doing alright here for myself. Let's exit out of that. So no online multiplayer. That's going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people. Because I doubt too many people have or want to do local multiplayer on the PC. I know that sounds shitty because there's people who do like doing that. But I'm playing this with the Xbox 360 controller. I don't know how it controls with the PC controls. It doesn't seem like it would be that difficult. I mean, there's only like 3 buttons that I hit on a regular basis. But, sure, that's basically, I mean, all there is to show. Let's show off one more level here. Maybe you can see the kind of cutscenes that we deal with. Assurus. There's a ninja, not a ninja, that's offensive. It's like a kung fu type storyline where we're trying to like get revenge, but it's all told in these like comic book kind of stylings that kind of look like work in progress sketches to me, even if it is a deliberate art style choice. And story is pretty bad, honestly, in my opinion. I mean, you just saw it right there. So this is not a game you're going to be picking up for the story by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, get out of there. Get out of there, it's gonna blow! Okay. I'm just gonna run back down here. I'm not even sure what causes my chi to regenerate, because it just seems to happen randomly sometimes. It might do it when you're at low health or something, I don't know. It's such a pain in the ass to fight more than one person at once. I wish this game was more like Kung Fu Hustle. It was fucking crazy and people could throw fireballs out of their hands and stuff. Now that's a movie. If you like Kung Fu and you haven't seen Kung Fu Hustle, you are missing out. I think everyone who knows Kung Fu knows about Kung Fu Hustle by now, though. So my chi attack didn't work, but this guy is going to be super easy to kill regardless. Like I said, just hold X, transition to A when the game asks. That'll break his guard, and then you can just keep going to town on him here. Kind of repetitive, but in its own way. Like, as much as I would probably consider this to be like a 4 or 5 out of 10 game, and I mean that honestly, the combat is reasonably satisfying. At least it hasn't gotten unbelievably repetitive so far. Plus, look at the things you can do with this dude's dead body. Oh man, it's another Bamboo Man! The worst. But I think since there's only one of them, this should be easier to deal with, perhaps. Although still annoying as fuck sometimes. So we just gotta make sure to deflect properly. Maybe we're not in the tutorial stages anymore, because like, it doesn't seem like they're giving me that much instruction anymore, which is good because I was getting tired of the instruction that they were giving me. I understand there's only 3 buttons to press, I know what to do. Even if I suck at the game, I understand the basic mechanics of it. So he'll be dead in a second here, then we probably got someone else to fight, I'm guessing. Cool, we'll pick up this. I really don't know what that is. But there are, like, steamed dumplings that you pick up for health in the game. At some point, don't hit me. Excellent. I hate these motherfuckers. This one will be dead. This one will soon be dead. Oh, come on. You really want me to fight 2 at once ad infinitum? At least I have this Herb of Life. We're going to need that. And my chi is not regenerating. Maybe it's only regenerating if you, like, need if you block or something. I don't know. That mechanic did not really feel explained to me, but it could perhaps be user error, you know? So let's go to town on this dude. Roll out. We're going to have to do things, I guess, very methodically here. Can I even hit them with this chi attack? Yes, I can. Oh, come on! That's unnecessary. I can do air deflects now because I bought that upgrade, though. But, otherwise, I feel like I'm kind of trapped between a rock and a hard place here. I do have... Oh, this could be good. This could be real good. Excellent. Seriously, what is that? Looks like a hat or something. Let me picking up these crowns for extra... don't hit me. Picking up these crowns for extra money, currency, basically. I think we're basically done with this level. If we kill this wave. Well, maybe we'll have a boss fight or something at the end. Yes, indeed, we have 2 bosses. I hate these assholes. And I can't control the camera, so I can't see what they're doing right now. Yes, okay, I remember these guys. Press RT to evade. So it is teaching us rolls here, I suppose. Let's try to do chi attack on this motherfucker. Did decent damage. Can I then go to town on him? Doesn't look like it. I might have to only use chi. Which is a pain in the ass. It seems like maybe you take... oh, no, we can do damage this way. Oh, oh, oh. It seems like these guys won't be so bad. Maybe I can beat them with my Herb of Life. Roll, roll, roll. Oh, and of course we get extra dudes. I can't express my disappointment enough at the fact that this game has such a boring level setup. Like, that's what makes other beat-em-ups fun occasionally, is like the transitions in levels. Here, it comes across as incredibly boring, because every single level is like just this big square that you're in. And I mean, I understand, of course, limitations of designing a game like this if you have a small team or not a whole lot of money. However, that doesn't change the fact that from the consumer's perspective, I think this is a pretty disappointing release. Even if I didn't really know anything about it beforehand. It's not like I had expectations coming in. Just kind of like, oh, the Steam sale's over and finally new games are coming out again. Let's pick this up and see what's going on. So I'm just going to continue my strategy of rolling until my chi completely regenerates, then doing a chi attack. Occasionally getting some hits in, I guess. Oh, that was not very good. This might be better. Alright, so we have killed one of the bosses. There's some steamed dumplings for me to pick up. Excellent. Lots of health now. Just tear through these assholes. They will be dead very soon. I'm kind of struggling to come up with stuff to say at this point, because I think, like, not only have I, you know, how should I put this? Not only have I stated my impressions of the game so far, but beyond that, when it comes to games like this, I think pretty much what you see is what you get most of the time. And, you know, if you see 10 minutes of Kung Fu Strike, Warriors Rise, I think you know what you're getting yourself into. And that's okay. I mean, there is probably, you know, some people out there who would get a kick out of this game, but, you know, 95% of the population for $8, I think would be disappointed with this. Which is unfortunate, because, you know, I like beat-em-ups. 3D beat-em-ups have kind of a history of not being so good, and this certainly doesn't change that. There we go. We've killed the boss. I'm gonna guess that I ranked, like, F- on this level, but I didn't die, so I mean, that's a start. What do we get here? D. Well, that's alright. We get some extra challenges. And that will be, I mean, we're about to fight this boss here, Circle of Lotus, but we're not going to fight the boss. Instead, I'm going to bid you adieu, and also probably bid Kung Fu Strike adieu, because I do not think that I will be spending much more time with this game. This is Kung Fu Strike, Warriors Rise, available now on Steam. $8 for its first week sale, $10 overall. Probably don't want to buy it. I think this game is actually kind of bad. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.